Hi, yes, this is Stephen Garner. This is the fourth message that I've left you guys. I'm calling because my bill went up about $150, and I've tried to reach out to you to find out why. I've left, like I said, four messages. I've sent emails, no call back. I really appreciate it if you could call me, 480-223-8113. Thank you. Hey everybody, Steve Garner with Profound Marketing. Just called my power company because I had an additional $150 charge on my power bill, and I called them over and over again, like 4 different times. No call back, no tweet, no Facebook, no email, no text, no call, nothing. And it's a captive audience, right? There's only two major power companies here in Arizona, and it's kind of separated by region. So it's not like I can really say, you know what, forget you. You treated me wrong. You didn't give me good service, and I'm going to go over to your competitor. I can't do that. I just can't. Stinks. I'd have to literally pick up my house or move somewhere else to prove a point. I'm not going to do that, right? So they got me, which is horrible. And as I'm thinking about that, I can't help but to realize the similarities between title companies and power companies. Talked to an agent today who, while I was talking about his website that we're building for him, he starts venting to me. Now, I spent 10 years in the title industry, and I know a lot about what agents go through, and that's probably one of the things that's appealing about working with us, in that we understand the day in and day out challenges that real estate agents face, that title companies face. We understand that. We also understand how consumers search for real estate, so that's a plus as well. But while I was talking to him, he starts to vent to me, and he tells me about this escrow officer that he's been trying to get a hold of over and over and over and over and over again, to no avail. It's a bank-owned property, of course. About 80% of all the sales that are taking place here in Maricopa County are distressed, either short sale or REO. And of course, he's selling a bank-owned property. Much like the power company, he has no say in who he uses. The title company was chosen by the bank. Some bank, maybe in New York, I don't know, Midwest, who knows. All I know is he didn't choose it, his buyer didn't choose it, the seller didn't even choose it. It was the bank. So here he is trying to get a hold of the escrow officer over and over and over again, and he can't get a hold of her. Now, all this, as I'm sure you can imagine, negatively impacts his relationship with his buyer. He, no matter what happens, right, he's going to be measured by his buyer on whether or not this transaction went smooth or not. So he's calling over and over again, and he finally gets a hold of the escrow officer. And he says, listen, I've been trying to get a hold of this, and she literally reads him the riot act, right? She comes off with this holier-than-thou attitude about how she's busy and, she'll get to it when she gets to it and everything, right? And then he says it to me, and I'll never forget it because I've heard it over and over and over again. And every time I hear it, I laugh because I know it's so true. He says, I will never use her again. I will never use her title company again. And he means it. I know he means it because I know that agents are like elephants. They don't forget. Ever. Ever. Back in 2005, there was a builder here in Phoenix who decided they were going to change their commission structure from a traditional 3% to a flat fee. To this day, you'll hear agents talking about it. Oh, I will never sell one of their homes, and here's why. Insert story. And they mean it, because agents never forget. So, these bank-owned title companies have a problem, because right now, it's a captive audience. They're dealing with all these REOs that they're inundated with, and it's business, and frankly, it's good business because that's really the only business to get right now. But let's fast forward 2-3 years from now, and the market is recovered. Hopefully it's in 3 years, and the market's recovered. And this escrow officer, let's call her Brenda, picks up the phone to call the agent who will call Bill. And that call might go something like this. Hi, Bill. This is Brenda. Remember me? We worked together on the Johnson file. Yes, hi, how are you? How's it go? Click. Why? Because agents never forget. You see, much like in the traditional marketplace, consumers vote with their feet, right? We just keep walking. If we're not happy with something, we keep walking and find something else. But when there's a lack of competition like there is in the power companies, like there is with the title companies right now, it's a captive audience. However, when the market returns and we return to a traditional kind of free enterprise where there's multiple title companies and there's multiple real estate agents and there's multiple everything, people can truly choose, and they can choose based upon service and value. Now, I believe that there's what I'm calling it the Great Reset, because many agents haven't contacted their database in years. I mean, years. A lot of those people have been foreclosed on. They've done short sales. They've moved on. Databases are just shredded, right? So everybody's kind of starting over. And so are title companies, right? Title companies are starting over as well. When that happens, everybody's going to kind of start from zero. Everybody's going to be scrambling to get to the phone to call these agents and say, hey, you know, look at all these tools we have to help you grow your business. Look at our labels. Look at our postcards and our flyers. And, oh, look at these magnets. And look at these company-branded fly swatters and coffee mugs. Aren't they great? Oh, use us. We're great. There's one problem, though, and that is that agents never forget. So, if you want to help an agent build their business, that's how you keep an agent, is to build their business. Because you know what? Service is an expectation. It's not really a benefit anymore, right? It should be an expectation. You expect to get good service when you go to a restaurant, and frankly, you're shocked when you don't. People expect good service. The breakdown is that most title companies don't provide a lot of value on the marketing side. And there's a huge opportunity there, because since our market has really nosedived from 2006, we're talking 5 years, there's been a huge shift in consumer behavior, and that everybody's going online. Over 90% of consumers go online first when looking for real estate, and I saw a recent statistic that said 96% of first-time home buyers go to the internet first when looking for real estate. And that's oftentimes where they're going to find their first agent, right? Because they're looking for a home, and they're going to take the path of least resistance. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you will notice that the consumer says, when I find a house that I want, I call the agent. I don't call my agent, I call the agent. So if you want to help your realtor clientele grow their business, you got to help them get online. Not with these static, cheesy billboard websites that just kind of sit there, that you talk to agents and you ask them, I've had this website for 7 years, paying X amount of dollars and never got anything from it. Consumers want engagement now. They want to belong to something. They want to go online. They want to be engaged when they're looking for properties. They don't just look for properties, obviously. They look for information. Homes near an employer, transportation, taxes, lifestyle, you name it. Those are the agents that are going to win. So if you want to help your agents win, you got to find somebody that can help them do that. And with 35 years of combined real estate experience, we can help. We're Profound Marketing. We help real estate professionals get found online. We can give you a definite, unique selling proposition when it comes to attracting realtors to you and your title company. They can find you because we'll make sure of it. And it's a difference between someone offering service and postcards and flyers and someone that's offering to truly help them grow their business. So if you'd like to know more information about how Profound Marketing can help, look us up online. Foundwithprofound.com. That's foundwithprofound.com. And if you're an agent watching this, I know you're not going to forget this. Why? Because agents never forget. Thanks again, Steve Garner. 10 years in the title industry, and I'll tell you, this agent was telling me the story, and I just laughed and I smiled, and I'm glad to be on this side of the table right now. So, all right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and don't forget, foundwithprofound.com.